Ladies and gentlemen, this is our second quarterfinal matchup of the day, and it features the team in the white uniforms, HTH, and the team in the black uniforms, Team Flight. Let's meet the teams first for HTH. From Ole Miss, number 10, Madison Scott. From USC, South Carolina, and Texas, number 12, Destiny Littleton. From Duke and Oregon State, number 27, Kennedy Brown. And from Ryder, number 41, Stella Johnson. For Team Flight, from Georgia, number 7, Merritt Hempe. From Michigan, number 28, Jordan Hobbs. From USC, TCU, and Butler, number 35, Okako Adika. And from Notre Dame and Virginia Tech, number 46, Dara Mabrey. The winner of this game will advance to the semifinal round. So recapping the day for these two teams, HTH started with a loss before winning their final two games to finish the day 2-1. On the other side, Team Flight started with a win, but then were defeated in their final two games to finish 1-2. Again, all these teams advancing out of pool play, but being seeded based on their win-loss record in pool play matchup. And again, these are all new matchups that we're seeing. These are all going to be Pool A versus Pool B teams, Shaniqua. So some new matchups, like we mentioned, a lot of familiarity between these women, but new times that these specific teams are facing off.
Yeah, definitely. And they got to see a lot of each other yesterday, obviously. So both teams familiar with what schemes and actions work well.
And it will be Team Flight on offense first. Dara Mabrey, quick shot off the mark, and the rebound pulled down by Stella Johnson to clear it out. Destiny Littleton, as this one's tipped out of bounds, will stay with Team Flight with 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Again, Austin Getch, Shaniqua Nillis, glad to be with you here under the pavilion as we're back outdoors for 3XBA Spokane's second and final day here as Madison Scott quickly drives to the rack. The shot won't go. Cleared out. Jordan Hobbs immediately lines up the three. That one's not good. Two, I should say. The two, got to get that out of your brain. Kennedy Brown with the back to the basket here, down to 10 on the shot clock. Stella Johnson at the free throw line, creates a little space, pulls up the shot. That one won't go either. Some unkind bounces off this iron to start things out. Hobbs will line up another two, and that one's good. Doesn't matter about the rim if you just swish it. So a 2-0 lead quickly for Team Flight. Johnson behind the back, steps through, goes up, and scores it. Tough basket there by Stella Johnson. Mabrey, 2-point specialist, creates a little space, goes off window. That shot won't go. Tipped around. Madison Scott will clear it out for HTH, and then we got our first foul on the inside. Merritt Hempe caught in a tough spot against the 6'6" winner of 3XBA Spokane last year, Kennedy Brown. Brown won 3XBA Spokane last year with B&B. Saw them on the championship game. Destiny Littleton, step back. That's a two. And it's off the mark. Will go out of bounds and go back up top where it'll be Team Flight basketball. Crowd still filing in, still sticking around at the end of day one of Hoopfest 2026, the 36th edition of the world's largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament. Dara Mabrey, quick trigger. That shot won't go. Tipped out, and it'll be tipped a little too far. Goes back to HTH.
And one thing with Dara Mabrey is she does not take long to get that shot up, so you have to keep a hand up at all times. Great action there by Team Flight.
Merritt Hempe. You see, sometimes the best play after a made basket is to quickly kick it out and get a look at a two. Stella Johnson continues her hot start with all 4 of her team's points. And then we have a foul committed by HTH. It'll go back up top. 8:17 remaining. Again, get a look at the three-pointer here. You play till the end of 10 minutes or until somebody hits 21. And we have a check-in situation. You got to bounce it over to the offensive player. Dara Mabrey. Bounce pass. Hempe right to the rack and scores it. Merritt Hempe checks in with her first basket today. 4-3, still HTH in the lead. They have the basketball here. Scott over the top. Brown can't hit the shot from right under the rim. Now Hobbs trying to go back inside. Hempe, this is a big-on-big matchup, and Hempe wins it that time with a turnaround hook. Destiny Littleton, 1-point pull-up mid-range jumper is so smooth. Inside, Hempe and Brown battling again. That one won't go. And Littleton again over there in 2-point land. We saw her shoot it quite a lot from the outside. We do have a foul here. And it is going to be a shooting foul to put Destiny Littleton on the line. One of the players that was really, really impressive yesterday, Shaniqua. 6 points in their first game and then 9 points each of their last 2 games. No surprise why HTH won their last 2 games of the day with performances like that.
Absolutely. Littleton capable of scoring from all over the court, obviously. But also she can heat up and heat up quickly, so you don't want to get her going too early.
That gets her team a 2-point lead. Got to take it out here, even after free throws. Dara Mabrey up and under, won't go, as it was Littleton in defense. Scott comes away with the ricochet rebound, has to clear it out. Scott on the inside, spins, goes up with the turnaround jumper, sat on the rim for a moment but won't go down. Hempe clears the ball out. Down to 7. Hobbs, pull up, 2 to tie, won't go. Littleton fighting for the rebound, gets it and clears it out in the process. Littleton looking for Brown on the inside. Mabrey with the active hands. Now this is going to get over back to Littleton to put it up and scores it. Wow, 4-point lead all of a sudden now for HTH, 8-4. As we tick down under 7 minutes to go, there'll be a media timeout on our next stoppage. Dara Mabrey with an acrobatic layup there. Kick out, Scott. Over to Brown. Down to 5. Littleton for 2. That one won't go. Mabrey grabs the rebound, at least for a moment. Littleton able to get it over to Brown as the shot clock reset, but now back down to 9 here. Here's Madison Scott. Scott inside. Brown tipped away, and Hempe chases it down in the corner to earn the steal. Hobbs thought about the 2. Down to 6, down to 5, spins, goes up. That one won't go. It heads out of bounds, and that will take us to immediate timeout. 8-5, the lead for HTH here. What are you seeing out there, Shaniqua?
Yeah, I love for HTH. It looks like all 4 players are being aggressive, trying to get downhill off of whatever action they're running offensively. And then with Team Flight, they've had some good looks, just missing a little bit. Sometimes that ball is getting a little bit stagnant. Even just something as simple as catching and then jabbing 2 or 3 times. That's 2 or 3 seconds off your shot clock. So want to keep that ball moving, keep your offense flowing, and then trying to get action at the rim.
Talk about these 2 teams trying to advance into the semifinal round. There's money on the line to be made here. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But right now we're back to the action here as HTH and Stella Johnson back out on the floor for her team. Madison Scott back to the basket. Hands it off. Johnson looking for room on the baseline, can't find it. Has to just take a shot to beat the shot clock buzzer. She'll be whistled for a travel instead. 6 minutes to go. 8-5 the lead for HTH in our second quarterfinal matchup. Mabrey back on the floor, over to Hobbs. Hobbs will catch and shoot 2. Halfway down, rattles out. Tipped out of bounds, and it'll go up top to HTH. Kennedy Brown quickly back in, and you see Hempe also checking Shaniqua, because you mentioned there's no coaches out there in terms of drawing up plays and timeouts, but that also means you handle your own subs, and a lot of times you'll have a player that you're matched up against, so when they go on, you go on, as Littleton looks at the 2, and when they come off, you come off.
Yeah, trying to keep those matchups as advantageous as you can.
Hempe underneath and scores. They have no answer for Merritt Hempe right now, as it's back to a 2-point game. HTH still in front here as Brown will take the long 1-pointer and knock it down. Kennedy Brown checks in with her first basket. A goes back up top. It'll be team flight basketball. Look at the shot from Kennedy Brown a moment ago.
We haven't seen that mid-range from her much this year, but definitely proved herself to be capable from that high post area last year.
Mabrey looking for Hobbs. Instead goes back to Hempe. Down to 5. Mabrey steps back, feeds it inside. Littleton guarding and pokes that one away. Well, we'll take the 2 in the corner. That one won't go. Goes back to Hempe for the clearance. Here's Mabrey. Mabrey, long 2. That one's good, and we're tied. Excuse me, 1-point game. But Dara Mabrey getting her team within a possession. Kennedy Brown back to the basket. Going up against Hempe. Turns around with the right hand. Gets the bucket and the bump.
Good patience. Nice soft finish there at the end of her move.
Brown versus Hempe has been like a prize fight on the inside, watching those two answer basket for basket.
Yeah, 2 similar skill sets between those players.
Foul counts 3 fouls against Team Flight to 1 against HTH, so bonus not really in the question right now. We'll see how the game goes on. Brown not able to hit on the and 1 free throw. Hempe trying to create some space with her body for Jordan Hobbs. Hempe throws it up, and now she'll go to the line as Brown was in a tough spot.
Yeah, looks like Brown might have taken a shot there.
She'll head to the bench, and Stella Johnson comes back as Merritt Hempe waits for her free throw. And knocks it down. Hempe, one of the players here at 3XBA Spokane who did not play 3XBA Spokane last year, has 3XBA experience, just not here in the Lilac City. Littleton drives on the inside, 4 to shoot, goes up strong and draws the foul. Will go to the line, as that'll be the 4th team foul against Team Flight, and Destiny Littleton strolls to the line. Littleton, plenty of experience in the 3-on-3 game. Won a gold medal at the 2017 FIBA 3x3 U18 World Cup playing for Team USA. Knocks down the free throw, makes it a 2-point lead. Inside, Hempe goes up and scores it again. Nice pick and roll. So still just a 1-point game as we're under 5 minutes to play. Closer to 4 minutes now. Stella Johnson going one way then the other. That shot high off the backboard. Team Flight could tie or take the lead on this possession. Hempe, right hand hook shot won't go. Johnson, the rebound, kicks it out to Scott. Goes back to Johnson. Thought about the 2. Now back to Madison Scott. Scott crossing over, drives inside, and Hempe commits the intentional foul there to prevent the layup. It's a positive because it gets you to immediate timeout and also avoids an easy layup, but you do now have 5 team fouls against Team Flight, so just 1 more to give. And we saw yesterday, Shaniqua, how a team that gets into the bonus, about the only thing to slow a game down if you're looking to either erase a deficit or build on one, is going to be shooting free throws with the clock stopped.
Yeah, definitely. So have to be mindful of that to make sure that having 5 fouls at this point works in your favor, not against you.
Recap of the scoring for HTH. 5 points for Destiny Littleton, 4 for Stella Johnson, 2 for Kennedy Brown. For Team Flight, 5 for Merritt Hempe, 2 for Jordan Hobbs, and 3 for Dara Mabrey. Quick catch and shoot 2 from Littleton is off the mark. Here's Okako Adika. She'll line up the 2 and splashes it home. Gives her team the lead, 12-11. And her first tally on the score sheet today is a big one. Littleton drives inside, looking for the ties, found it as she banks it in off the glass. Adika up top to Dara Mabrey. Mabrey driving into the middle, goes up with the left hand, draws the foul, will go to the line. That'll be the 3rd team foul on HTH, and Dara Mabrey looking to put her team back on top. Mabrey able to hit, so we remain tied with now 3:15 to play. Madison Scott, we saw this a lot from her yesterday. Gets to that elbow, loves that mid-range jumper. Can't hit that one, but off the offensive rebound, puts it back in, puts her team in front. Dara Mabrey catch and shoot 2, no, follows her own shot, tips it out of bounds. It'll stay with team flight, up top. Johnson, Adika back out on the floor. Littleton and Mabrey take a seat. Merritt Hempe over to Hobbs. Hobbs looking for room, bounce pass over to Hempe. The short jumper is good. Merritt Hempe now with 6 points, and her team has tied up the score 13-13. Stella Johnson driving baseline, tough contact, and she will go to the line, and that is now 16 fouls on team flight. They are out of fouls to give, so fouls from here on out will be in the bonus. One free throw there for Stella Johnson. She makes it. Bonus works as 2 free throws, regardless of the shot type. Hempe, turnaround jumper, nearly got it to go. Brown comes away with the rebound. Madison Scott crosses over at the free throw line. Pull up, jumper, sat on the front of the rim, won't go. Hobbs the rebound, and now you'll see the tie up, and all jump balls go to the defense in 3XBA. There's no alternating possession. So back up top, we'll go 14-13, HTH in front, and it'll be team flight basketball after drawing the tie up on D. Dara Mabrey back out on the floor to handle the start of this possession. Looking for Adika, instead it goes to Hobbs. Back to Mabrey, down the middle, goes up, can't bank it home. Tipped out by Littleton, where Scott chases it down, and now Johnson, as we're under 2.5 minutes to play. Johnson up, trying to draw contact, can't do it. Kicked out, Littleton steals it. Now you'll see, even though she stole it inside the three-point arc, you do have to clear it. Littleton does, drives, can't get the shot to go, tipped out. Littleton in 2-point range, drives the middle again against Mabrey, goes up, won't score it. Scott just fighting for offensive board after offensive board. And now a foul committed by Okako Adika, and that will be 7 on team flight. So this will be 2 free throws coming up for Stella Johnson.
And again, just under 2 minutes on the clock, so now you need to be even more careful with your fouls going forward. Don't want to give opportunities for HTH to extend this lead.
First free throw is good. 6 points for Stella Johnson. And a chance for 7 here. Knocks down both. It is a 16-13 lead for HTH, under 2 minutes to go. Mabrey trying to cut into that lead, and she does. Swish. Dara Mabrey, her second long-range bucket. 16-15 now. Give and go, and Johnson knocks it home. Mabrey, her team down 2. Could tie it with a long-distance shot. Hempe will try for it, and that goes out of bounds with 1 second on the shot clock. And looking to see if it was tipped or if it just goes back up top. Looks like it will just go up top to HTH. 1:28 to play. Littleton drives, backs off. One-leg jumper, that won't go. Scott tried for the rebound, goes out of bounds, but will stay with HTH. Said it came off of Jordan Hobbs last. Madison Scott, as we tick down towards a minute to play. Here's Kennedy Brown to Johnson. Johnson's had a breakout game so far. Backing up. Inside, Brown with 6, with 5. Turns, won't go. Mabrey the rebound. Inside to Hempe, and you'll see the intentional foul. And that will be 4 now fouls against HTH. So they still have a couple to give with 58.7 seconds remaining, and we have a timeout on the floor. 2-point game, Shaniqua. HTH up 17-15. Your team flight, you're getting the basketball coming up here. So just a big moment in this game.
Yeah, and you have a couple things working for you if you're team flight. Hempe's been doing well against that matchup with Kennedy Brown down low. They're almost kind of canceling each other out, though, in terms of their efficiency and their productivity down low. Then you have some capable shooters around her as well. Obviously, Dara Mabrey, you have to have a hand up if you're HTH, no matter how far off that 2-point line that she's a back off. Quick actions here, multiple actions in a row.
Under a minute to go. 2-point game, team flight trailing. And we have a foul away from the basketball. That is number 5 on HTH, so we'll keep our eye as we creep towards the bonus. Hobbs, Mabrey against the taller Brown, looking for space, cut off, still cut off, and this is Johnson jumping the passing lane for the turnover. Inside, Brown lost her defender, goes up and scores it. Kennedy Brown puts her team up 3 with just over 30 seconds remaining. Contact, Mabrey for 2, won't go, loose in the corner, and out of bounds. It'll go back up top to HTH. Conversation between our official and Destiny Littleton. Mabrey will head to the bench. 30.2 to go. A 3-point lead. This is where the clock is on HTH's side. Littleton driving inside. Steps through and scores. Destiny Littleton. And we got a delay of game called against HTH, and that'll be a technical foul. And it'll be 1 shot for team flight, and Okako Adika is stepping to the line to take it. Big free throw there for Adika as it brings it back to a 3-point game with 17 seconds remaining, and it will also be team flight basketball. Adika, Hempe, now Hobbs. That was blocked, or I thought it was partially, but instead it was just off the mark. Hobbs, a second chance shot is good. And that brings it back to a 1-point game, but clock's winding down, and now an intentional foul with some time remaining on the clock. It's going to send Destiny Littleton to the line again for 2 shots since we are in the bonus. And they're going to put 3 seconds on the clock. Now, if Destiny Littleton hits both these shots and they get to 21, that's where it will end. But a chance if you are team flight, if she's able to miss at least one, you have a bit of time. Littleton. Ice cold on the first one, knocks it down, and this could give her team the win and on to the semifinals. For the win. Off the mark, and now you got to get a shot out and tie it with a 2. Mabrey got it off and couldn't quite bank it in, and that is the end of the game. I believe we had a clock issue, but they will whistle. That is all, and so it is a 20-18 win for HTH, and they are off into the semifinal round. We'll take a break, come back, and our 3rd quarterfinal game coming up right around the corner right here on SWX.